Somewhere out there, a version of you made every decision you were too afraid to make. And according to some of the most brilliant physicists alive today, that version of you isn't just a fantasy, it's a mathematical certainty. The multiverse. It sounds like science fiction, but today, it sits at the center of the most serious debates in theoretical physics. We're going to explore the hidden layers of reality, from the bizarre rules of quantum mechanics to the terrifying implications of infinite space. And by the end, your understanding of existence will never be the same. Here's the first thing that should shake you. The observable universe, everything we can possibly see with the most powerful telescopes ever built, is only a tiny bubble inside something unimaginably larger. Current cosmological models suggest the full universe extends at least 23 trillion light-years beyond what we can observe, possibly forever. And if space is truly infinite, then by pure statistics, every possible arrangement of matter must repeat, including you. Physicists call this the Level 1 multiverse. No exotic portals, no wormholes required. Just space going on forever. In a universe that never ends, there are only so many ways atoms can arrange themselves, roughly 10 to the power of 10 to the power of 118 possible configurations in a region the size of our observable universe. That number is staggeringly large, but it is finite. So given infinite space, every configuration eventually repeats. Your exact copy, same memories, same face, same awkward middle school haircut, exists roughly 10 to the power of 10 to the power of 28 meters away. But that's just level 1. It gets stranger, much stranger. After the Big Bang, the universe expanded at an inconceivable rate in a process called cosmic inflation. Here's the terrifying part. Most physicists believe inflation never fully stopped. It's still happening right now in regions beyond our reach, endlessly spawning new bubble universes like foam on the surface of an infinite ocean. Each bubble, a universe of its own. This is the Level 2 multiverse, and some of those bubbles may operate under completely different laws of physics. Imagine a universe where gravity is slightly stronger. Stars collapse before planets can form. No planets, no chemistry, no life. Or a universe where the electromagnetic force is slightly weaker. Atoms can't hold together. Matter dissolves into a structureless fog. These aren't just thought experiments. Scientists call these the fine-tuning constants, and our universe sits in an impossibly narrow window where everything lines up just right for complexity, and for us to exist. Now here's where it gets beautifully weird. Quantum mechanics, the science governing everything at the subatomic level, has a dirty secret. When a particle is unobserved, it doesn't exist in one state. It exists in all possible states simultaneously, a phenomenon called superposition. The moment you measure it, it snaps into one definite reality. But one physicist asked a forbidden question. What if it doesn't snap? What if all the outcomes happen, just in separate branches of reality? That physicist was Hugh Everett III. In 1957, he proposed the many worlds interpretation, and the scientific establishment nearly destroyed his career for it. His idea, every quantum event causes the universe to branch. You flip a coin. In one branch it's heads, in another it's tails, and both branches are equally real. Every quantum decision that has ever happened since the Big Bang has been branching. The sheer number of parallel universes this creates is so large, it makes the number of atoms in our universe look like a rounding error. And here's the part that keeps scientists up at night. We can't prove it wrong. The many worlds interpretation makes exactly the same predictions as standard quantum mechanics for every experiment we can perform. It's not fringe science. It's taken seriously by a significant fraction of working physicists, including some at Oxford, MIT, and Caltech. The reason it hasn't been accepted universally isn't because it's been disproven. It's because it's too strange to accept. Plot twist. Some physicists think we may have already detected the fingerprint of another universe. The CMB, the The cosmic microwave background radiation, the afterglow of the Big Bang, contains a mysterious cold spot, a region of space far colder and emptier than it should be by any standard model. One serious hypothesis: it's a bruise left by a collision with a neighboring bubble universe billions of years ago. We may be living with the scar of a cosmic crash we don't even remember. If you thought that was mind-blowing, hold on, because the next discoveries go even deeper. We're about to get into the hidden mathematics of reality itself, a physicist who bet his career that parallel universes are real, and a discovery so recent it's rewriting textbooks right now. The next fact is the one that genuinely baffled the scientific community for decades. Welcome to the mathematical universe hypothesis, the most radical idea in modern physics. MIT cosmologist Max Tegmark argues that reality isn't just described by mathematics. It is mathematics. Every mathematical structure that can exist does exist as a physical universe. This means the multiverse isn't an add-on to physics. It is physics. And if Tegmark is right, there are universes with geometries so alien, with extra dimensions so numerous, that nothing from our universe, not even our concepts of space or time, would survive translation. If you're finding this as mind-bending as we are, hit that subscribe button. It's free, and we release new deep dives like this every week. But stay with us, because the most unbelievable discovery in this entire video is still ahead. We're about to talk about the part of multiverse theory that crossed from physics into something that feels genuinely terrifying. Here's something that sounds impossible but follows directly from quantum physics, the phenomenon of quantum immortality. The logic goes like this. In the many worlds interpretation, every time you face a potentially fatal event, the universe branches. In most branches, you may not survive, but there is always at least one branch where, against all odds, you do. From a subjective perspective, you will always find yourself in the branch where you're still alive. You can never experience your own death. The you that's reading this right now might be the astronomical improbability, the one who kept surviving. Now, for the humorous reality check, no serious physicist recommends testing this. It's a philosophical implication, not an invitation. But it does raise a deeply unsettling question. If every version of you that could have survived does survive somewhere, what does that mean for consciousness? Are all those versions truly you? Do they share your memories, your feelings, your sense of identity? Nobody knows. And honestly, that might be the most human part of this entire conversation. String theory, one of the leading candidates for a unified theory of physics, predicts something extraordinary. There are roughly 10 to the power of 500 possible configurations of the hidden extra dimensions that string theory requires. Each configuration produces a universe with different physical laws, 10 to the power of 500. That's not just more than the atoms in our universe. It's more than the atoms in a universe made entirely of universes, each one a distinct, self-consistent reality. The scientific term for this landscape of possibilities is literally called the string theory landscape. What you're about to hear was only seriously confirmed and modeled within the last few years. Scientists studying the behavior of black holes have uncovered something that hints at the deepest multiverse theory of all. When a black hole evaporates, a process predicted by Stephen Hawking, the information about everything that fell in appears to be scrambled and destroyed. But quantum mechanics says information can never be truly destroyed. The resolution to this paradox, according to cutting-edge research, may require parallel realities to exist, that the information escapes into a branching quantum world we cannot access. And here's the detail that makes physicists genuinely nervous. The equations describing this information escape point to something called an island, a hidden region of space-time that shouldn't exist in our universe. But it does exist in the math. Perfectly, consistently. And the only coherent interpretation is that reality has secret layers we are only beginning to map. We are not at the edge of knowledge. We are at the edge of the edge. If the multiverse is real, it destroys our most fundamental assumption about ourselves, that we are unique. Every heroic thing you've ever done, a version of you has also done the cowardly opposite. Every relationship you've cherished, another you never started. Every life you've built, another you tore down. The multiverse doesn't diminish your choices. It might actually be the ultimate argument that your choices are the only thing that define this version of you, the only you that you will ever be. There's one final implication that doesn't get talked about enough. If there are infinite universes, and if the laws of physics allow for any configuration of matter, then somewhere out there exists a universe where every religion is literally true, where every mythology is real, where every god ever conceived by a human mind actually exists in physical form. The multiverse doesn't just challenge science, it challenges what it means to draw a line between the possible and the impossible. Here's what we know for certain. The universe is stranger than our ancestors imagined, stranger than our scientists predicted, and possibly stranger than our minds can ever fully grasp. The multiverse isn't a comfortable idea. It's a terrifying, humbling, electrifying frontier. And the fact that human beings, made of atoms living on a pale blue dot in one unremarkable corner of one unremarkable galaxy, have figured out even this much, that might be the most extraordinary thing of all. If the multiverse just blew your mind, wait until you hear what the atoms inside your body have been through. Our next video reveals the hidden journey of the stardust you're made of, how the iron in your blood was forged in a dying star, how you are literally the universe experiencing itself, and the mind-blowing chain of cosmic violence that had to happen for you to exist. Subscribe right now so you don't miss it, because once you see where you actually came from, you will never look at yourself the same way again.